All right, so I'll be honest with you guys. I have a lot of videos pre-recorded, so it's actually been quite a few days that I haven't made videos. The ones that I've been releasing are just things that's been pre-recorded. I came across this, and keep in mind, I keep up with everything that goes on with the Spurs. I make notes on my phone. I save it. I might put like little notes on things to hit if it's something in particular that I looked into beforehand. But every now and then I come across something like this and I don't watch it at all. And I just want a live reaction of it. So I know a few people have sent this to me and said, hey, you really need to see what Charles Barkley has to say about Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And I'm here for it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what our boy Charles Barkley has to say.
I want some nasty.
All right, so before we get started, just really quickly, this won't be in my other videos because a lot of them are pre-recorded, but clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description if you guys want to support the channel. Got a new, some new merch here, as you can see. I call it Bonjour, okay? I'll just leave that there, okay? So if you guys want to support, please do. And also, when you make an order, you can skip over this if you're not interested. But if you make an order, keep in mind. Oh, sorry about that. Keep in mind that the orders are actually going to take a minute, okay? Because I have to get it third party, and then I make it from home and all that good stuff. So just bear with me. So if you make your orders, just be patient, and you'll eventually get a tracking number. But if you guys want to support, link in the description, or you can keep it simple, become a Patreon YouTube member, only $2 per month. All right, okay, enough of that. All right, enough advertisement. Whew. Charles Barkley. All right, so let's see what he has to say. I'm gonna go ahead and make a wild guess. Well, it says it right here. The Spurs aren't close to winning a championship, young fella. I don't know. I guess he's talking about Wembanyama. I'm gonna make a guess that he's gonna be pretty critical, but not only from what this says right here, but also the fact that, I don't know if you guys remember, but Charles Barkley talked about the San Antonio Spurs and Wembanyama like before. Actually, it wasn't in connection to getting Wembanyama. I'm sorry. He talked about Wembanyama like a few months ago. And he was basically not 100% sold. He's like, I got to see this player play in the NBA first. So Charles Barkley has a really bad view when it comes to prospects and when it comes to projections. And he doesn't really engage in projections. He's one of those dudes that he has to see it first in the NBA before he has any type of take on anything, which is fine. But it's as an analyst, I don't like that. I think that that's kind of lame. Like you need to at least have some type of opinion on what you see from this player, what they could become. But he doesn't do that. It's all, you have to play first or whatever in the NBA. But hey, people knew that Luka was special before he got to the NBA. But whatever. All right, let's go ahead and see what he has to say.
First quote after
oh crap, this is low. This is really low. I can barely hear it. I know you guys can barely hear it. Let's see. Let's turn this bad boy up. Hopefully this isn't too loud. All right, go ahead, take it away.
You know, obviously he knew he was gonna go to San Antonio. Was, I can't wait to go win a title. And to me, that's the most easiest, hardest thing you can ever hear somebody say, right? I mean,
well,
obviously,
and first of all, and Eddie, it's stupid, number one, because you know what's so funny? Allen Iverson, one of my favorite players, and I really, really like him. And he was like, we had a conversation one night, and he says, yo, man, I thought by now I'd have 3 or 4 titles, you know, at the end of his career. I said, yo, hey, I know Chris Paul won a title. You know, I'm pretty sure, you know.
Charles Barkley wants a title. I'm sorry, that was me.
I'm trying to think. I know Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they won a title. This notion that just cause you come in, first of all, the Spurs ain't close to winning no championship, young fella. Y'all probably ain't gonna make the playoffs next year. So this notion that just cause you getting all this hype and you've been kicking ass in France all these years, that don't mean nothing when he step on the court next year. He got probably gonna be the 3rd best team in Texas. Just in Texas.
Oh, okay. All right. So first and foremost, all right, I'm going to be fair. And I guess I'm not going to be as harsh as I would be with someone like, I don't know, Skip Bayless, because I really can't stand Skip right now. But I'll be a little bit more charitable to Charles Barkley. Okay. So first and foremost, this isn't new from him. He's always had this mentality with every single player all the time. Okay. Another thing too is some of what he said is absolutely true. So I'll just start off with addressing like the things that I agree with. The Spurs aren't close to a championship. Okay, I think most of us would agree. Even Spurs fans that are the most happy about Wembanyama knows we are not close to a championship, right? Like it's still going to take a few years. Obviously, we're not even making the play-in right now. Now the second part that I agree with, and this is a more controversial part, is that Charles Barkley says the Spurs aren't going to make the playoffs next year. I actually agree with that. I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to agree with that just based on history, okay? Just based on other guys that have been superstars or upcoming superstars that came into the league, first overall picks or whatever. They usually don't make the playoffs on a rebuilding team the first year that they're there. Okay, it doesn't happen. Didn't happen with LeBron. Didn't happen with Luka. It rarely happened. Didn't happen with KD. It doesn't happen. Okay, it's super rare. So I'm gonna go ahead and agree with them on those two fronts. But what I don't agree with is him saying that it's stupid for Wembanyama to have that mentality. I mean, all Wembanyama said was that he can't wait to win a ring ASAP. But all this other stuff that he's saying, he's basically like trying to give him a lesson. Like, no, you need to listen. You need to understand that the NBA won't be the same. You need to understand that you need to prepare yourself. You need to understand. And that's what it's coming across to me. And honestly, everything that I looked through as far as Wembanyama, apart from that one snippet, okay? I mean, I'm going to say this, Charles Barkley has not looked at a lot of Wembanyama film. Okay. It's been very apparent that he hasn't, and he rarely does. It's not a lot of analysis that comes from his part. Okay. Charles Barkley's great. He's fun. He's funny to listen to. He usually has like really great basketball takes, you know, when it comes to guys that are already playing or whatever, and what it takes to win and all that good stuff. Okay. But when it comes to like looking at prospects, he's terrible at it. And Wembanyama, everything that I've seen countless amount of interviews. I just had someone message me, and they actually translated a whole interview from Wembanyama and put it in French for me, who is bilingual, which is pretty cool. And we'll look at that in another day. But everything that I've seen from him, every single statement that he makes that comes out of his mouth, sometimes he is a little arrogant because he's so cutthroat. Okay, that's just who he is. He's a nasty guy. You look at him, you think he's gonna be nice. No, he's nasty. He's really mean. He's really cutthroat. He wants to destroy you on the court. Okay, but everything that he said is about his own personal growth, things that he wants to build upon. You look at interviews or talks that people out of his camp have talked about. You look at what trainers have said about Victor Wembanyama, and it's all the same thing. He wants to grow. He wants to get better. The whole reason he wants to come to San Antonio is so they can work on his game. He understands. I know he said he wants a ring ASAP. There's nothing wrong with saying that. I'd rather a player say that than, oh, I just want to get to the NBA and I just want to make my money, or I want to get to the NBA and, you know, I just want to get better in the game of basketball. That's fine. He says all those things, but a guy that comes in with the mentality like, my end game is a ring, that's still pretty rare. There's lots of players in the NBA right now, and funny enough, he mentioned a few of them that I think that they want a ring, but I don't necessarily know if they have like the mentality or like they're salivating for a ring. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference. Guys that like, no, I need this. Like this is what I need it. And guys that's just like, man, it'd be really nice if I had one. And I don't think Wemby is one of those type of players. And that's why he has that mentality. Even right now, he's going to be the first overall pick. And what is he doing? He's still playing in the league. He's still playing in the playoffs right now. So he is the type of guy that he wants to win any means necessary. He's not worried about anything but winning. That's what he wants to do. He wants to win on every front. So I guarantee you Barkley doesn't even know that, nor does he care. And the way that he dismissed just because you played in France, how dismissive he was of that, it just shows that he doesn't know much about Wemby. And like I said, I actually really like Charles Barkley, so I'm being very passive was like my language here, but overall, like, yeah, he doesn't know. He just doesn't know. So yeah, it's one snippet of him saying that. I like that mentality, but everything that I've seen come out of his mouth like 99% of all of his interviews is about his own personal growth and becoming a better basketball player. He's not content. He wants to get better. He's constantly adding to his game. And on top of that, the cherry on top is the fact that he is focused on a potential championship. He didn't say it. Now, if he says something like, I'm going to the San Antonio Spurs and I'm going to win a championship right now this year. Yeah, we're going to the championship. Or if he said, no, this is a better one. If he came out and he said championship or bust next year, I would agree that that's stupid. Oh, thanks for subscribing while I'm recording. That's crazy. I need to turn those off. But I would say, okay, that's crazy. That's dumb, you know? But no, just blatantly saying, oh yeah, you know, I want a ring ASAP. That's different. That's not that big a deal. And very rich coming from Charles Barkley, let's be honest. All right, but anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Let me know how you felt about this video. Or this clip or whatever, but I wouldn't take it too, like, I know some people were upset. I wouldn't take it too much to heart, guys. Charles Barkley has talked like this for a very long time, and he doesn't really watch prospects that much. I mean, it's just the truth. So anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Till next time. Bye.